Hello, beautiful beings of light. My name is Elizabeth April, and today I'm going to be talking about probably the number one question I get asked. The end of the world. Is it happening? Is it here? What's going on? There's so much death, destruction, political insecurity, economic instability. What is going on with the world at this time? Well, I'm here to reassure you. Just a little bit. This is a concept I have been warned about for a very long time. And really what this concept has to do with is the big epic battle between the light and the dark energy. There is a lot going on with regards to control and freedom within humanity. A lot of the elites of society want to maintain their control over humanity. And a lot of humanity is simply waking up to the fact that we no longer want to be controlled anymore. Now, I will say that for the past 3 to 5 years, the collapse or the end of the world has seemed more and more evident than ever before in human history. At an economic level, all of the countries on the planet are so economically dependent on each other that if one economy were to collapse, a lot of the world would collapse as well. And as we're seeing right here, right today, there is a lot of this economic instability. There's even more political instability with someone like Trump even being considered as a nomination for the next president of America. These are all very big red flags that something is about to go down, and it's about to go down soon. Now, I came into the knowledge, I channeled some information about a year, maybe even 2 years ago, that there was going to be an absolute collapse of the entire society here at this time. Political collapse, social collapse, economic collapse, environmental collapse. Every foundation in our world was meant and supposed to collapse. And the only real reason why there would be an entire collapse of this society at this time is because the dark energy or the darkness within our society would be at a point where it's taking over the light. And that is when we would need to shut everything down so that we can rebuild on a much more sturdy foundation rather than the fear-based foundation that we've been built on ever since the dawn of time. As I've channeled a lot of information, especially from the Galactic Federation of Light, I now understand that as of 2 months ago, May 2016, the darkness or the dark side of this planet has actually begun to revert or to die off completely. And if any of you really followed this shadow government called the Cabal, then you will know that the Cabal is actually backing off in a really big way right now. That being said, there are a few major players within this corruption that refuse to let go of their post, refuse to let go of their control. But what I want to let you know is some positive information, is that the darkness has not won, that the light is winning, that if you continue to expand and awaken yourself at a conscious level, then the light has already won. And that this earth at this time is meant to go through a major shift. So even though I no longer see the complete demise or collapse of this society, there's a couple of things that I want to recommend for you as far as protecting yourself against something like this economic, social, political collapse. I recommend that everyone has at least 3 months of food and 3 months of water for each individual person in your household. I also recommend investing in precious metal. Silver at this time is highly devalued, and I suggest, even if it's a couple of ounces, just getting into the market, buying yourself some actual physical wealth. What we need to realize is that things need to get worse before they get better. And things right now are almost at the point where they're worse now than they ever have been before here on this planet. And to be honest, this is actually a really good thing. This means that we are progressing, that we are learning, that we are expanding, and we are growing to be a more connected rather than divided society. Now, there's one thing that I really want to mention here that a lot of people have a very hard time with, which is fear-based mentality. A lot of this news that you see online, all the terrorist attacks that are going on in the world right now, everything is very fear-based. The more that we subscribe to those channels, the more that we watch the news, the more that we feed in to the fear within society, the more we actually increase the fear beyond the corruption, beyond the fear, beyond the catastrophes. What more is there? There is consciousness awakening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, my name is Elizabeth April, and I'm reminding you that the end of the world depends on your perception of it.